What is going on, everybody, man? It is LFR Jojo, and whatever happened today was insane. Thank you guys for joining this live. Please make sure you like this video immediately and make sure you subscribe. So today we're going to get more information about Trump's alleged shooter. It's insane. We're going to get more information about him, and apparently he was some sort of activist, and is live proof of him being an activist, and there's live proof of him going against the grain or against the system, and we're going to present that right now. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
I don't do paper, though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. A number of people want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think it's better to serve and fight in the powers, fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
Bro, but I don't do paper, though. I just told
Come
you
on,
that.
dude, then get away. We don't need people who aren't serious. If you're not serious,
I'm serious.
So
I don't
you
do
guys
paper,
don't know
bro.
what's going on right now. The person interviewing him is some big streamer named Gideon, and what he's doing is going around just vlogging his day-to-day life. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because he randomly met this guy on the street, right? The guy is passing out papers for protesting. He's passing out papers to support some cause that's not necessarily for America. And Gideon's like, I don't want the papers. I don't want this. This has nothing to do with me. And the guy is getting very upset, as you see. He's getting physically upset. He can't take it. He said, we need people to fight the cause. We need people to fight the power or whatever. And that's what's going on in this clip.
Serious, but I don't do paper, bro. You're literally killing the environment.
We're moving on. You go ahead, have your lunch.
No, bro, I'm going to class.
Go to
I'm a
class,
scholar.
then. Go to class. Well, the Ukrainians have.
And what makes this insane is that the streamer didn't even know who this guy was. He had no idea who he was. He was just doing his streaming. He was just, trying to just vlog his day-to-day life. And for some reason, he just tried to stop with this guy. For some reason, he tried to stop and have a conversation with him. And who would have known? Who would have known that later down the line, this guy would try to do something extremely deadly, which he did. And there's more evidence of it. There's more proof of this guy being insane. Look at this.
So close, it seems. Hi, David.
Yeah, hey, Eric. Hey, Molly. We're told the suspect's name is Ryan Wesley Ruth, R-O-U-T-H. Not much more known about him at this time, except that he's the suspect currently in custody right now. Palm Beach Sheriff's Office says that he was taken into custody by the Martin County Sheriff's Office, just the county north of Palm Beach, was taken into custody after escaping the scene in his black SUV. According to the sheriff in Palm Beach, he did not make any sort of initial statement when he was taken into custody. They're expected to be releasing more details, a mugshot, whatnot later. But we're continuing to dig into who he is, who Ryan Ruth is, where he's from, his background. We're seeing a little bit online. We want to be careful and make sure we have all of the information correct before we present it to our loyal viewers. But we can tell you right now that his name is Ryan Wesley Ruth. Eric. Molly.
And we want to be careful with the information because we want to get it from authorities and not go into speculation. Any sense, though, from what you've been able to determine, what could have potentially been a motive yet? Or is it much too early, David, in terms of politics, in terms
a motive? The motive is that the guy is kind of insane. We keep talking about these motives. We keep talking about, oh, why do people want to do these things? People want to do these things because they're being incited to do these things. People want to do these things because there's a lot of narratives about Donald Trump in society. And this is not whether or not you're a conservative or leftist. This is just facts. There's narratives against the man, and I'm going to prove it. Y'all think I'm just talking. I'm going to show the left side showing narratives against Donald Trump.
terms of background, the fact that the government allegedly had a GoPro to potentially shoot and film and video what he was going to do and put it on social media. What allegedly motivated this potential assassin?
That's insane. That's insane. They're saying the guy was walking around with a freaking video, a GoPro on his body of what he would have done to Donald Trump if he would have done it. That's insane. That's insane. This guy had a freaking GoPro. And the fact that these people just keep making attempts, they keep making attempts on his life. They keep showing, this is what we're going to do to him. This is what we're going to do to him. And nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything, man. And the reason why nobody's doing anything, I'm about to show you. It's because people on other side, I'm not going to say the left or the right, people who are opposing Donald Trump keep putting out things inciting people for violence. It's a 2-minute clip of it. I'm about to show y'all. People want violence against them. It's insane. It's crazy.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look, as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Do you guys hear this? I'll be surprised if they even let me post this on YouTube, because this is actually insane. This is actually insane. People have real threats against this guy, and nobody's saying anything. Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
That was insane. That was insane. That was insane. And I just have a question. Is anyone who opposes Donald Trump going to say anything about the countless people who are calling for literal violence against him? I just want to know if one person will say something. Just one. Because as we all just seen, they just keep calling for violence against the guy. They keep doing it. We have a 3-minute clip, like this is a freaking Avengers Endgame trailer or something, of people calling the violence against him. And nobody is saying anything. People act like this is just accepted. This is insane.
So flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, you know, any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, you know, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a matter of, you know, we need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world, is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit. So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit and we have to get along and work together and be normal human beings. This is 2022. We have to work together. It seems asinine that
he made a video saying work together, and just a few years later, you tried to assassinate a president. This is mental illness. Like this is pure mental illness. And I'm not trying to make fun of him. I'm not trying to make fun of the situation. He needs help. He genuinely needs help.
we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous and being kind and just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days. It blows my mind.
And what are you doing here in Ukraine?
My initial goal was to come and fight. I think, everybody around the globe should be motivated to come here and support the Ukrainians and support the army, no matter what gender, age, anything. Everybody should be here supporting the army. But I'm 56, so initially they were like, well, I have no military experience. So they're like, you're not an ideal candidate. So they said, not right this minute. So plan B was to come here to Kyiv and promote getting more people here. We need thousands and thousands and thousands of people here fighting with the Ukrainians. We need, we've got 190 countries around the world, and we need thousands from all of them. If the governments will not send their official military, then we civilians have to pick up the torch and make this thing happen. And we've gotten some wonderful people here, but it's a small fraction of the number that should be here. If we have 5,000, to 10,000 people here fighting, that is just a minuscule amount of the 5 billion people on the globe. We need everyone here fighting. That's why I'm in Kyiv. So every project that I promote is about getting people here to support the Ukrainians. We were at a critical juncture in this war where we are sitting on the fence as far as whether good or evil is going to win. Right now we're looking at a situation where the world is waning and it's thinking that this is important or not. And we're at a point where, all right, are we going to stand for humanity, for human rights, for everything that is good with the world?
What is he even talking about? He wants Americans to freaking fly across the freaking globe to fight at something. Like, this just doesn't make sense to me. And also, how does this lead to you trying to assassinate a presidential elect and a former president? I get that you believe in a cause. I get that you believe in these certain things. There's nothing wrong with having a social justice within you for other land. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But when you start getting crazy about it and telling yourself and telling us that there's people over here, but we need everyone over here. What? How is everyone going to travel across the world to fight for your cause?
Or are we just going to ignore it? If everybody is complacent and doesn't join this fight, then guess who's going to win? It might take 10 years, but we're going to lose this battle if everyone around the globe does not stop what they're doing, get off the couch, and come to Ukraine and then defend the human rights of everyone around the globe. This is the most important thing going on in the world today. So sitting around and letting life go on as normal and complaining about gas prices and complaining about, your luxury life in whatever country you live in is unacceptable. As human beings, we must support each other. We cannot turn our backs on anyone around the world and expect the problem to go away. So I've been dealing with Russia for my entire life. We had one period where it was okay, but now we've let it slip back into terrorism. So it's just, the world needs to respond. Why world leaders are not sending military is beyond me. We're going to have to elect new leaders the next go around that have a backbone and that, have the fortitude to say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior. This type of behavior is unacceptable anywhere, any place, So it's totally unacceptable. And why people are not responding, I do not know.
And what's crazy? He talked about the world leaders. This video was recorded in 2022. So who was the world leaders, or at least his country's leaders, in 2022? It wasn't even Donald Trump. And the fact that he tried to assassinate him is just crazy to me. That wasn't even the world leader during the year that you made this video that you were so upset about. So I really want to know what happened for him to do that. I genuinely don't get it. I just don't get it. But if you have any suggestions for me, comment down below. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to end this live, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.